When I watch players train, I can tell which players really want to win and compete and which players really don't. And I say this to players all the time in practice that it's easy to show up to the game and want to win. Going to the game, playing the game is the exciting part of why we play sports. The games are fun, they're exciting. It's easy to get up for the game and really have that desire to win at the game. What's much harder is having that same desire and energy and excitement for the training, getting prepared for the game, because that's where the game is won. Everyone shows up wanting to win the game, but if that's when you actually try to win it, you're not going to win many. You win games in training. You win games by your effort, focus, when you're at practice with your teammates or when you work on your own. That's when players show themselves, most importantly, but coaches and parents, how much they want to compete. That's the difference maker in players, is not showing up and playing and working hard for games. It's showing up and working hard for training. And this is rare. And I say that because when you're at a practice and you actually see players, especially youth players, and they're flying around working hard, it almost looks odd. It looks different because most practices, if you watch, that's not the environment, that's not the mentality. Often it's very relaxed, and a lot of laughing, or it doesn't seem like a lot of effort or kind of care, and sometimes in what kids are doing. And again, practice should be fun. They should enjoy themselves, but that's also where you get better. That's where you prepare for the game. That's where you kind of learn how to compete and get prepared for what the game is going to ask you to do. To just do it and work hard at the game, it's almost too late. It's like showing up for a test and now I'm going to focus on the material, but you haven't studied it. You haven't worked hard at learning it. So the test is going to be difficult to get a good grade on. And that's the same way a game can be. So when you're working with players, it's something that sometimes has to be explained, that and shown to them and illustrated, that this is where we want to win the game. If your team has lost 3 or 4 games in a row, everyone's saying, "Hey, I wish we could win one," or the players being upset. Sometimes I tell players, show me how upset you are about this at training. That's where you show me how much you care about the next game. That's how you show me how much you care about getting better. It's not when we show up for the game. When you show up, you have to compete, work hard, and play, obviously. But if you haven't done the work prior to the game, you haven't put the effort in, then the game, the challenge of the game, the test of the game is going to be too much for you. So show you want to compete, show you want to win when you step onto your practice field. Then it'll be much easier to get the results you want when you step onto the game field.